Hi everyone, Scrappy here, and this is my first, I guess it's my first video doing a scrap lift for Scrappy and Friends. It's a new hop, and it's a hop that has a group with it, and the group stays active as a community every day. And 24/7 obviously, and but the hop goes on the last Thursday of every month, and anybody in the group is, or anybody outside the group, is welcome to join the hop. The place that you'll get it's a scrap lift every week, and it's a mixed media scrap lift. It's called Getting Messy with Scrappy and Friends, and it is we pick and get permission to scrap lift a a page that has a lot of mixed media on it. Here there's stamping, there's paint swatches, a lot more stamping, and some more stamping, and then there are a lot of kind of fiber bits and some more stamping, and that looks like it might be some 49 and market rub-ons. So we're gonna kind of see where this goes. Julie's colors for this one are kind of blue, green, yellow sort of range. My photo has pink, but she's wearing blue gloves, and the there's a little blue in there, so I'm going to go with pink and blue and yellow. You will see how that works out for me, so I'm going to put that off to the side. And when you see this much stuff on my table, you know I have no earthly idea where to go next. What I did was, and I'll kind of show you, this little center section of the page I figured was about 8 by 8. So I cut my pieces that are going to go on top 8 by 8, and I traced them here so I could do a lot of the mixed media around before I put the papers on. So that's kind of where we're headed now. And this is right at the 8 by 8. I want the stitched outline to be, and I'm going to do it first with this stamp, and then I will add some stitchy stamps. And I do not know where this stamp came from. I've had it for a million years and would not have found it had I not been reorganizing lately. So I'm going to go just kind of right there. It looks like a ribbon with little dots on it, and I'm going to kind of overlap that way, and what I'm trying to do is have a frame that gives that kind of boho chic look that Julie's has, but I need to get the foundation done. There will be a lot more stuff going on, but this will be the basic that goes all the way around. I'm gonna go that, and I like this just as it is, actually. There. Okay. Now, I think I'm done with that stamp, and I need to put it at least in approximate, in some proximity to where I got it. I've also got some other stitching stamps here, but I may go back to those right at the moment. I'm just going to kind of put this aside. I'm going to put it on the floor, if you must know. And now I'm going to get this really gnarly, knotted up looking stamp from Tim Holtz and do. I'm noticing that on Julie's the knots are mostly in the corners and kind of over on this side. Let's see what we can do there. Like right here. Okay, and that's kind of gnarly looking. And I'm gonna maybe do one right here. And I'm gonna come over here, and this one may not show depending on how far my papers overlap there. Okay, I'm gonna add another. We'll put this one back in, and I'm gonna go to another stitching type stamp. I've got this stamp that I really kind of wanted to use. Just a, and what I'm kind of going for here is there's some kind of close-in patterns around where the photo is, and kind of up here where this those rub-ons are. I'm just kind of gonna do a pattern that'll peek out from under the photos. Maybe right there. Okay, and then I'm going to do another pattern, maybe kind of like so, and the layers of paper will kind of cover that. And I did it down here because I had already done this knotty stuff up there. Okay, so let me put this back. I'm taking extra precautions to get the stamps back with their home sets, if you will. I've got this little stamp right here that I know doesn't go there, but it's a similar type of stamp, and I'm gonna do that. There, and I'm not, I'll probably do some things around all of that, and again, anything I do that's inside this is likely not gonna show or not gonna completely show. Let me now get I'm going to put this back in here. There's a paint swatch stamp that has already gone lost in all of this mess. I've got this stamp, which is kind of like I don't know, a ticket or a receipt. It's not meant to be particularly visible. You know, you're not supposed to be able to read it, in other words. So I'm gonna do that, and it's gray. I'm gonna kind of do it here, and now I'm gonna maybe there and there, and down there, and right there, and just there. Just kind of right now just texturizing the background, nothing in particular. Okay, now that's with weathered wood. I'm going to right now with tumbled glass, I'm going to go around the outside here and do some snowflakes. And this is a Vicky Bouton stamp, and with the tumbled glass, the snowflakes barely show, but the photos in snow okay. Let me do another. Well, okay. Let's right now get the papers on. Okay, that is working for me. Okay, this needs to be, I'm doing this kind of in the middle of my stamping because I want to see like the this stamping and stuff that's going on right here, that needs to be on top of this paper, not underneath it. A lot of what else is going on can be underneath it. Okay, so let me go ahead and glue this down, and then we'll build the rest of it around that. I'm going to go there. Sometimes I get a little too excited that I have it in the right place, and then I rub it down trying to burnish it into place. Let's see. It's not going to look even. Because of the way that I stamped those edges, and they weren't meant to be, you know, perfectly perpendicular and parallel and all those fun things. And let me get this on here, and that pink part is meant to be like this yellow layer, and now I'm going to do the blue, which is going to be striped instead of and I'm going to put it, it's not exactly 8 inches, but it's going to serve the purpose that that beautiful bright blue, that blue layer does right there. So I'm going to push this out, and now I'm going to take, I have all this fiber stuff. I have an extra one of these, which I can put away. I'm going to put this, I cut this zipper looking edge with a die from Bramble Fox. They have a die set that has a little, like a denim pocket and a zipper and little zipper holder thingies, and I'm sure when you go look for it in the catalog, if you say holder thingies, I'm sure they'll know what you're looking for. Let's see if we can put that down and that down. And I cut this zipper out of the a floral I'm going to tear that off out of a floral branding strip, and I really like how it turned out. I don't mind using flowers on a snow page because, okay, I cut it maybe a little shorter than I wanted, but that's fine right there. And I've got, let's see, I've also got this, which is, which I don't need actually. I'm going to actually, let's see if I can have that coming out like that. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. And look how cute that would have been if I had cut it on the black and white side. Let's do that. That's so cute. And I'm gonna take, I have these, in the original she's got a big tassel kind of hanging down from a fiber, sort of a chain. And as I was looking at these colors, neither of the pinks is a good match, and the turquoise is a color that's not in there. So I'm going to go with the yellow, and I'm just going to glue it right here and maybe do some other embellishing around it. Let's kind of, I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to curl up I'm going to do some stamping on the white before I curl it up. And I'm also going to see if I can do a lining of this underneath the white. I'm putting all the stuff that I'm not using over in a place that'll be easy to find. There's also, she's got a drinking straw, and it's not exactly in this place, but I think it's going to look best right there. And I'm going to glue it on, and then I'm going to go fake some stitching around it off camera, because you do not want to watch me doing stitching. Okay, so now I've got this, and I need to put some stamping on it. And so I'm going to take this, well, let me put the lid on the glue first, because I want it to be able to work when I need it. Okay. There are going to be some dots here in color, but I want something right there, but that's going to be a word. Maybe I'll do something. I'll find something. But right now I'm just going to do this stitching, and I need my black ink here, and I'm going to go right there and right there, and I'm going to let that go out, and I'm going to add this just right there, just for just a little different textural look. And I'm going to go here, and you kind of can't tell whether it's part of the same stitching that I stamped on earlier. It's doing a nice job of framing it. What I liked about Julie's is that unless you looked and kind of thought about it, you couldn't really tell that it's a cluster on top of. Okay, there. And now I'm going to use this stamp. Well, I do still also want that in black. I'm going to go here. And then there's another bit of it down there. And it looks to me like I'm going to need some other stamping on top of that. And so maybe that's where I'll do a something with fibers. So now let's do I'm going to put these here and put this aside. Okay, let me get this curled back there. Let me get the photo cluster, because I've got plans for a lot of layers behind it. If I put that right there, and then I put this tag here, I'm thinking that's gonna work. I don't know what I want to do for a word right there. I think I'm gonna use this puffy title with something generic on it, like it says the story there. And then I'm going to put a little sparkler right there. And I'll put this right here. And then that's done, and I can pull this back. But first, let's get this kind of distressed. I'm gonna go through and kind of tear and distress. I'm gonna even do the tag. This is a 49 in market tag. Most of what you're seeing is from my Hip Kit Club kits. The most recent one, as well as a few others behind that. So I'm kind of I said that turquoise wasn't part of the palette, and that's true. However, I did pull out kind of a teal-ish looking doily. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping that with all of the layers and the textures, that I'm kind of coming close to replicating Julie's. Let's see, a little bit of that showing out on this side. These just barely little color layers showing is kind of what I'm going for here. And I'm just going to lay down the layers, and you can't see this, I'm slightly off camera, but I laid down the layers and then peeled them back and put the adhesive. And I'm not using foam behind this because I've got okay, that's good. That's fine. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with it. And I'm just gonna lay this out here, but I'm gonna tie it with some black and white twine. Not a lot of it. In fact, what I'll do is I'll feed it in. This is adding a lot of different blues to the palette, and I don't know if it actually goes with that blue, but I don't care. I always add so many colors that you can't say any of them don't belong for including all the colors. Okay, I'm not getting this done very well. I tell you what I'm going to do is I'll tie it and cut it short, and then tease it with my tweezer and kind of get the threads out and make it sort of fringy. And that one's not coming apart as well, and I don't want to spend any more time on it, so I'm just gonna want to do that or do I want to do, yeah, that's good. There, okay. And now I've got this that I thought could join with these tickety looking things to kind of let's see, where did my, there it is. I knew I'd put it in a different place, and a while ago looking for it, I couldn't find it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Kind of put this there, and I have a little heart here. But what I want to do is add this under this. And let's see there, I think that's about the right length. Let me see. Okay, let me cut a little bit more off of it. Okay, and right now I'm going to put a little bit of glue underneath. There, and then I'll tuck this. It is velvet scallop trim. It's just really cute. Okay. And what I want is for it to kind of curve. Sort of like the paper does. Okay, that works. And now I want to do a I have too many things on my desk. In here there was a cute, I want to say, I'm not a huge fan of any of those. The white butterfly one would kind of be nice, but, and I don't know that I'm going to use this actually. Oh, if I just had a tiny bit of it showing, like maybe like that. I'll leave that. Okay, and I don't think I'm going to need anything here. This says Wonder, and I'm going to come over here and okay, let me put this down. I have a actually, I'm going to take some of this, and I'm going to, this is a card of of things. I'm not sure. I don't think there's a date on it, but I bet I bought it in, I don't know, 2006. It was before we moved here. I'm gonna, okay, so I've got this that I'm just gonna kind of I want to glue this down. The okay, and let me get a little bit right there so that that gets on there, and I'm gonna do some more fibery stuff around. Let me get this fuzzy bit and I want to put it here, and I'm going to glue it kind of over this very strong black and white bit. Okay, there, and then down here, it's also nice and fuzzy. Let's get that. Okay, and I have my straw. I'm gonna put the glue on it and get it adhered, and then like I said, I will do some stitching over that. Okay, so the only place I'd have room for a circular bit is there. Let me put this off to the side, and I may stamp something instead of, well, actually no. Let's go. I'm going to use this beautiful butterfly. It's a pretty and I'll let it kind of overlap that, and I like that that is this little fiber bit, and I also like the heart and this arrow. I'm gonna put that right there, and the heart, I have this heart right there, and then I'm gonna do this little grid one. That one is newsprint, and this one is a black and white grid. So I don't think I've ever done black and white nested hearts before. Now I have this little bit of fiber. I'm gonna glue this edge down right here. And I'm gonna put this right there, and it's I'm just taking bits and kind of gluing them in and letting them fall where they may. I've got this piece right here, and this may be the last that I do of the fibery stuff. I'm having fun. I don't know if I don't know if you are, or if you even like these kinds of pages. That's a big if. I happen to think they're very. I'm putting bits of glue here that this will make contact with, and I'll kind of place it in here. And I'm going to come around the hearts there. It goes behind the hearts and down here. Let me get my tweezers. Okay, and then there and here, and I'm gonna twirl it around and kind of tuck it under that tag, and then get it around over here, and I'm gonna curl it over this way. So it just, the idea, and it's absurd, of course, but the idea is that you may have just dropped a piece of fibrous stuff, and that's where it's stuck on the photo. Okay, I'm going to now take this. I found this, which is a great color to match that, because it came from, let me kind of put this right there, and let's look through and see if there's anything in here. I don't think so. I kind of checked before. I did pull a yellow frame, and I had thought maybe I'd use it, but I like the tag idea better, and maybe I could, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna cut the square part. If you have followed me for a while, I know it's a current trend, this whole, flourishes and filigrees and all that stuff. No, not my style. Can you tell by the way I said that it's not my style? So I'm gonna maybe tuck this in under there and let it kind of have a ever so slight influence on the page. Adding in this yellow color over here. I think that's a worthwhile thing to do. Whoops. There. Okay, that works. And do I want to do another one? I think maybe under there, and let me, instead of using, like, gutting another one of these, where's the piece I just cut from? And did I throw that? Oh no, it's over here. Let me do a, I'm just going to take this little bit right here and maybe tuck it in under this guy, just for something different. It's a dash of color kind of over here, and it sort of sets off the florals in the zipper paper. Okay, now let's see if we can do something similar to, instead of making the circles, I don't have room obviously for that. My photo's larger and I added a whole bunch of stuff around it. So I'm going to do one right here and maybe a couple right here, or maybe I'll do 3 right there. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. I'm taking the domed applicator and putting directly on tumbled glass oxide, distress oxide. Okay, so I've got the blue, and now we'll do yellow. I'm using squeezed lemonade. And I'll pull the yellow off. And this is Kitsch Flamingo. I'm going to pull this up. And put it back down. There. Okay, now I have a stamp that I'm going to put on top of each of those, and I'm going to use I'm going to do tone on tone, and it's I don't know where I got this. I think I got it from here. It's from the print shop. It's this stamp right there. Okay, there, and let me do the pink right there. And then I'm gonna take that same stamp and I'm gonna do, let's do yellow. And it doesn't show much, which is why I left a little pink on the stamp. And I've got that there. Just kind of a little bit different look. And now I'm gonna do some snowflakes with the black ink. I'm gonna do it over this arrow thing and kind of okay. I'm just kind of adding more of the let's see. Now, oh, you know what? I left one of the mats off. It's the reverse of that pink paper. I'm gonna go now and pull the things that look like snowflakes from I'm gonna actually put that off the page. there, and then this one. This is kind of a sparkler that on a, let me put that right there, and this one here. Whoops. There's one right here that's, there we go. And I'm not going to, well, yeah, this one is kind of hard to resist here. There, and if I have another one kind of like that, here we go. I can put it here. I don't like how that looks with the black showing through it. So maybe out by itself there, and that right there, and then there's an arrow that says winter fun, and I kind of like that. It starts out clear and then it turns pink. I love this little bit. I don't even know where that's from. Okay, I'm gonna move this off to the side, and here are some little metal bits, little metal snowflakes. Whoops, I've got a, let's see, there's there, and then I possibly could use one right there. I need a baby squirrel for her. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stuff that under there. I kind of like that. All right, I think I'm finished doctoring that. I was going to use this right down the edge of the photo, and I hate to pass that up. It's what Julie did, and sometimes you won't see me try to scrapbook quite so literally, and to make, you know, but I learn so much every time I do try to scrap lift Julie and others. Everything I've learned about mixed media, I've learned from scrap lifting others. Okay, let me see if I can stick this underneath here, and I'm going to have a little bit of trouble right here because I think that's stuck down, but I can, there we go, I got that lifted up. So now I'm going to, I wish I had my white glue, but it's not due to come in until tomorrow. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get a little across there. Stuff this down so that only the little puffballs show. And that gives you, like, you get a little hint of this yellow here and a little hint of the teal. I could maybe even bring that out, but then you get the fiber kind of running through it. And I think my page is done. I thank you very much for watching. All my mixed media pages are always going to be long, I think, unless I'm doing a wow, I discover a quick trick to doing such and so. I will add some stitching, a couple of maybe 4 stitches across there. I'll have to punch the holes, and I can't wait to see what everyone else comes up with for this scrap lift. I'm really looking forward to it. And give it a try. If you don't want to join the hop, if you're not there yet, if you don't make videos, if you just like to give it a shot and do the page, be sure and upload it onto the main feed and also into the album, the February Scraplift album, in the Scrappy, Kathy, and Friends Facebook group. And then and so we can all kind of ooh and ah over your stuff. And if you ever have any questions, we have lots of folks with a whole lot more mixed media knowledge than I have who can answer your questions. And I hope you have fun. This was a lot of fun. I love that photo. I actually had 2 versions of the photo to try to see which would match up with my colors, and I thought that the filter I did on this one. What I don't like about this one is that his face is a little bit red, but anyway, I'm thinking it's a lot of fun. You can pick out, I did my dots, across instead of up and down. Nothing is an exact, replica, but I wanted to try getting that much fiber and that much stamping and that much texture onto a page. And Julie, I hope I didn't embarrass you. And thank you for your permission to use your page as our starting point. Bye.